Everybody, today we're talking about Superman and Lois season 4. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host Brent on the road again. I just mainlined Superman and Lois season 4 over the past 2 days on my flight over here to California. I watched the first 5 episodes and then it was so good I couldn't wait to finish it. So the last 2 nights I've been watching it and just finished the final episode. It was perfect. I loved the way they did this season. They wrapped up so many loose ends. They did things that blew my mind that I never, I've seen stuff like that before in Superman media or comic books and things like that. But they managed to find a way to do it in this series that I was like, I love this. I'm I have no problems with this. Everything in this season to me was perfect. Like it was a short season. There were no filler episodes though. Like everything just kind of moved in the next one and I was just hooked from beginning to end. Uh Tyler Hoechlin, my Superman. I swear. I was skeptical when he showed up on Supergirl years ago. The same with Bitsy Tulloch or Elizabeth Tulloch, who's playing Lois. But those two are phenomenal in this show, especially this season as Clark and Lois. Phenomenal. I gotta hand it to Michael Bishop, the new Jonathan Kent. He did a pretty good job. I ended up liking him after 2 seasons, replacing the old guy who left. And Alex Garfin, Jordan Kent holding it down as the emotional emo boy of the show. Turned out to be a likable character. So what do we have this season? I'm looking at IMDb on my iPad over here for the actors' names. We had Doomsday kicking it off and ending it in a phenomenal way. We had, Lex Luthor, and the take they had with Michael Cudlitz as Luthor, I loved. I liked the idea of, not having the hairless Luthor be Superman's fault. Like all the flashbacks we saw Luthor, he had hair. Shaving was a choice, and that was to make him look more badass. I liked that you had this other character in Amanda shape him into the businessman Lex Luthor when we knew he really was just a revenge-focused guy. Putting him, her having him put on the suit for these interviews and changing his image into that classic Lex Luthor businessman mogul thing. I loved that. I thought that was so cool. The things they did over the course of the series with John Henry Irons, making him the villain of the first season, the mystery villain of the first season, bringing in Natasha from the other world also, and that whole dynamic with her and Lois, and then her and her father, or her grandfather, General Sam Lane this season. Oh my gosh, so many great moments. So many great moments. If you guys haven't watched Superman and Lois at all, go check it out. If you haven't watched season 4 yet, please go check it out. It is well worth your time. It will reward you in every way. And James Gunn, if you're watching, I hope you're watching Superman and Lois and taking notes, because these writers found a way to make a perfect Superman show for most people, even ones like me who was like, I don't know if I want to watch a Superman show with 2 teenage sons. At the end of the day, it added so much more to Superman. And I think what was the most refreshing thing about it is that, it added things that we had not seen before. Superman being a father, Superman having to care and teach his sons lessons, Superman who had to deal with things other than a secret identity, And it just added so much more dimension to the character. And the things they did with that stuff that they were just able to craft such a perfect ending to this show that I don't know if I've ever seen a finale that satisfied so much in terms of wrapping up the season and then also giving an ending to the characters. They gave an ending to Superman that is touching, heartfelt, heartbreaking, and wonderful at the same time. And they found a way to do that by setting things up, 5 episodes before the end with Sam Lane. And it was just, such a perfect, perfect show. I don't know if anything will ever beat this for me, honestly. I'm flabbergasted about how good this series was and how good this season was. Like, flabbergasted. Season 1 was impressive. Season 2 and 3, I felt like we were maybe middling or whatever, but whatever direction they decided to go in when they found out that they were going to end with season 4, focusing in and finding the story and hammering it home and just laying everything out just made it so, so worthwhile. And even the stuff they did with Bruno Mannheim, bringing him in towards the end of this season, as a callback to last season, and then the ending, the wrap up they gave him. Oh my goodness, just so good. Anyway, this isn't going to be a long video. I've gushed enough. If you haven't seen Superman and Lois season 4, go check it out. Honestly, I think you could watch just this season if you don't want to watch 3 other seasons before this, and you'll still be satisfied. There's some things that you might need to look up in Wikipedia, like where John Henry Irons and Natalie come from and all that other stuff that has the back lore with that. That would, help you make sense of it. But just in general, so, so good. The way they turned Kyle into a character we didn't like into a character that we did in season 3 and felt bad for, and then kind of redeemed him and made him and Clark really be friends in season 4. Phenomenal. Oh, so good. So, so good. So, anyway, Superman and Lois, 2 thumbs way up, 5 stars out of 5 stars. Phenomenal. Go check it out if you haven't seen it already. And if you did see it, let me know down below in the comments what you thought. Great, great show. I'm sad to see it go. I hope Superman shows and movies from here on out take notes because they did it. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.